Alright, so the machine is threaded now, and what I'm going to do is show you how we adjust these small metal guide donuts here using the small wrench. And to get it centered is a very easy thing to do, and make sure that it's running straight through the machine. Loosen the collars and slide the small guide donuts out to the left and out to the right, and then reach up here, grab a hold of the roller itself that holds the roll of labels and the lead that's coming out the front of the machine of the substrate paper, and go holding it tight and with no slack. Just roll it back and forward like this. Turn it back and forwards. It'll find its own center, and you can see it lines up perfectly. Once you've done that, take the guide roller, bring it back in. It barely nudges up against the paper. It does not squeeze it. It just guides it. So up against the substrate paper, left side and right side, top and bottom guide roller. So now the machine is set up and ready to label. And if you pull on this, you'll see the first label peek out, sticky side up. You don't want any part of the label showing when you apply the label. This is what you want to see when you're going to put the container into the machine. You do not want to see this. This no. This yes. This no. This yes. So the label is just underneath the leading edge of the separator plate. You put the container in, and this is a very important adjustment here. I'm going to ask you to bring the camera over to this side and look right down here. You can see that the container is very, very close to the leading edge of this separator plate, but it's not touching. There's about a 1/16 to an 1/8 of an inch gap right down there between the container and the separator plate. Very important. Close, but never touching. If it's touching the separator plate, the container's touching the separator plate, the machine doesn't work. So anyway, with the machine, or the bottle in the machine, and here's one of the seams right here where I got my finger, and I know to put it about right here on this particular bottle. We give a slight tug, the label kisses to the bottle, and we roll the bottle, and the label is applied. The machine perpetuates itself until you come to the end of the label. Then the machine stops automatically on its own. You don't have to worry about where the end of the label is. I advanced a little bit to make a proper gap. Do the same thing, and we apply the back label, and that makes the gap you want. The seam is running right down the middle there, and it gives you the proper gap. That takes a little practice. We have a gap guide that we furnish for these, that we sell for these machines. They can give you an indicator to make that a lot easier for you. So once again, the seam is running right there at about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock in the machine. Give a slight tug. Apply the label, the machine stops. Advance a little bit. Apply the back label. There's the seam running right down the middle of the two labels, and it gives you the proper gap there and there. So that's the front and back labels. And as I said, we have a gap guide that you can purchase for this machine for $45 that makes that very easy for you to do. As far as the rest of the adjustment is concerned, if you got a bigger bottle, this roller adjusts in and out of the machine further away. For bigger bottles, closer. For smaller bottles, the brushing roller always stays right where it is. And it's just that simple.